it is time for my wrap up and TBR. This month was a bit of a bust. I kind of expected it after my crazy reading last month. I read 19 books in May, which was insanity. I have no idea how that was physically possible, but it happened, and I was kind of like, you know what? I think that it's reached its peak and it's gonna plummet right down. So that did end up happening. So this month I only ended up reading 3 books. Big difference, I know. And I didn't actually complete any of the books that I had originally put on my TBR pile. So that's a little sad. I will go into more detail about that in a bit. But yeah, what did I read? First of all, I read These Broken Stars by Amie Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This book is sci-fi. It is awesome. So freaking awesome. I loved it. It was just so amazing. I loved the characters. I loved the story and the crazy setting. It was intense. Pretty damn intense at times. Like, there's a point in the story about 75% through where shit hits the fan. Like, things are completely turned around, and it was like, it was crazy. It was so freaking crazy. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was freaking out, but it was awesome. The next book I read was an ARC copy of Rain by Amanda Sun. This is the sequel to Ink, which I read last year. I also did a review with Ariel from Ariel Bissett when we were at VidCon last year, so I'll leave a link to that down below if you want to know my thoughts on the first book. But I ended up giving the second book about 4 stars. Maybe 3.75, but around that mark. I have done a written review on my blog, which I will also link down below. It doesn't really, but kind of might spoil the first book, so I wouldn't recommend it if you haven't read the first one. But this series is set in Japan. Katie, she's an American girl, and after some misfortune, she has to live with her aunt. And then she comes across this boy who can draw things, and they come to life. The last book that I finished was The Year of the Rat by Claire Furness. As I mentioned in my book haul, I received this from Bookworld for the Reader Rewards program, and each month they send me a book for me to review, and I ended up giving this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought that the main character, Pearl, I thought that she was portrayed really realistically. Like, she's gone through a lot. She's devastated. Her mother has died, and how she's trying to deal with that loss. When you're trying to deal with something that's hurt you to this magnitude, obviously you're going to make decisions that aren't reasonable. The way you're going to think about things and interpret things, it's going to be kind of skewed. And I thought it was done really, really well, and it made me cry. The ending made me cry. So yes, those are the books I completed. I am currently reading Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief by Riordan. I am about 3/4 of the way through this. I'm nearly done. I am enjoying it. I'm also still a little bit of my way through The Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher. I had to put this one aside at the beginning of the month, unfortunately, because there were some other books I needed to get read. So yes, I'm hopefully going to read a little bit more of this one in July. Now, as I mentioned in my TBR video last month, I was supposed to be participating in the #A-Yearathon, which the theme was Rick Riordan, so I was planning to marathon the entire Percy Jackson series. That didn't end up happening. This month has been kind of crazy for uni. I had my last assignments for the semester, and I also had exams, and just, it was craziness. During that A-Yearathon, readathon, it just wasn't gonna work, so that did not end up happening. What also did not end up happening was me reading my TBR jar pick for last month, which was The Vanishing Game by Katie K. Myers. I still plan on reading this book, but I have not decided what else I'm going to be reading. I have not decided what else I'm going to be reading during this month. There are 2 readathons. There's the A-Yearathon. This theme is classics, I am pretty sure, and I haven't decided if I'm going to have time to participate in that or not. But there is also the booktubeathon. It is back, guys. It is back. And Ariel has asked me to be one of the hosts, so I'll be doing some Twitter sprints and hosting some giveaways. It's awesome. I will leave a link to her announcement video down below, and also a link to the booktubeathon YouTube channel. So go check that out. There's going to be a bunch of exciting stuff there. I will be doing a TBR video for the booktubeathon, so that will be up soonish, hopefully in the next week or so. So I haven't decided what I'm going to be reading for that yet. So what I'm going to do is choose another pick from my TBR jar. Let's go for, what's this one? Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley. Huzzah! Oh, I'm really excited about this one. I know that Jessie loved this book, like really enjoyed it. So I think that was the main reason why I originally picked this one up. So aside from Percy Jackson and Furies of Calderon, these are the 2 books that I will be starting in July and hopefully finishing. So I need to finish these. It's gonna happen. Okay, alright, that is it. That is my wrap up and TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought of any of the books that I've mentioned in this video, whether you like them, hate them, do you agree, disagree with my thoughts and opinions. But yeah, alright, that's it. I will see you guys next time. Bye!